basically, the story revolves around a witch. And according to the dog, she's a kind witch. And her magic allows them to speak. All the animals in this woods, which we are going to call the witch's woods, allows the witch allows them to speak with her magic. So there's an owl who just tells us that the witch is very powerful. Her name is Sugar. I gave her a sweet name because she's not actually a bad person. Right? She's actually pretty good. This turtle has lived very long, so he's very wise and he knows about a catastrophe that happened 700 years ago caused by a demon. And the demon is actually an important character in our story, which I'll explain to you later. And there's a nice little cat on the piano, and it says that Sugar is feared by the villagers, so we have to watch out for her. So in the stories, we sort of gonna go to this festival in the village, and Sugar is pretty excited to go there. So that's why she needs to put on a disguise. We need to watch out for her, and she needs to wear a disguise so that she doesn't get noticed. Although, in reality, she's lived for 700 years, or longer than that, because we'll get there, but no one will actually recognize her. Here it says that an elf sucrose was banished by the Divine Mother. So that was part of the story. 700 years ago, there was a great cataclysm. It's basically, I put these little details all over in books and things so that you can understand what's actually going on in the world. And here you have a diary, and it's Sugar's diary. She recently discovered a lead about her father, so that's why she's actually going to the festival. Although she's actually pretty excited for the festival, she also wants to find her family. That's kind of the whole point of the story. So she says she'll wear this hat and then no one will notice her, which is ridiculous because the hat's not going to hide your identity, but because she's so old, everybody that would recognize her is long gone. So that's not really. I just thought it was a funny way to paint her as a very nice person. So Sucrose Alphrime, that is actually Sugar's father. I thought it would be a funny little detail since sugar and sucrose, they mean the same thing. So this is a ancient ruins that fell from the sky, and that's why it looks so different. It's actually what made this cave. It's sort of like an ancient ruin that was floating up in the sky, and if you look in the sky here, you can actually see there's a island up there, and that's basically where it fell from, this hole. And if you talk to these two fellas, they say that the Holy Ascension fell down here 700 years ago, which was when the cataclysm happened. So that's how that ended up there. And this is now the village. Welcome. So this is where they're having the festival. I tried to make it nice and colorful, look very festive. You have a bodyguard on duty. It is Loyal Dog, and he was actually created by a friend of mine after Yojimbo from Final Fantasy X, and I think he did an awesome job. He looks pretty cool. And then we've got all of these little snacks and things as you would have in festivals, and I've got quite a lot of Final Fantasy Easter eggs lying around. So there's Wedge over there, who's one of the servers in big sandwich. They're basically just extras as they should be. And then Sugar is busy enjoying everything. So she's having a good time. And then we have a little rabbit ninja who's out trying to hunt the demon that was sealed. So he's busy looking for Sucrose. But obviously Sucrose, there's more to the story and I'll reveal it all as time goes on. And here's a hot spring and this girl would love to hot spring with you. So if you play Fantasy Star Online, make sure you visit the hot spring. I try to make as much detail as possible to just make it feel quite realistic. I wanted the space to feel full and I wanted the story to be engaging. And another book that speaks about the dryads. And basically the dryads are the ones who were the first to come to this island, and they basically the humans that now live here on this island is actually descendants of the dryads and some humans. They like half breeds. And then there's the Divine Mother, she lives in Halo, and that's like the heaven of this world. It's part of that island that we saw there. We'll later go there and I'll explain more. So there's Elfkind, which is the elves, and then there's the dryads. And then there's the humans, which could be half-breeds as well. So there's also the castle. The Empress lives there, and I'll show you that later. I'm still thinking maybe I should do something with this bottom structure because it looks a bit weird. Looks a bit wonky. So I'm maybe gonna have to change that. But I absolutely love how I made this river. It was actually a recent thing that I added. I didn't always have it. I forgot when they brought out the water, but it really makes this place look so much better. And when you see the view from the island in the sky, you are gonna be quite shocked. Like, it's so pretty. I am so proud that I made this place. So this girl she's a fan of the hero who lives in this house over there. And according to the legends, they say that it was the hero that defeated the demon Sucrose. But in reality, it wasn't. And we're gonna go talk to the hero now to get the real story. And you can see that they actually worshipped those demons, made sacrifices in the past. But now it's sealed. And it was sealed 700 years ago in this garden, in the garden of the hero, the hero's garden. And here's our hero of legend. He says that the truth is that it wasn't his ancestors who killed the demon, but it was actually rumors that he's still lurking about. So the demon didn't die. He was just sealed. And it was actually Sugar who was the one who sealed her. And because she had such great power, the villagers feared her because she was able to seal away someone so powerful and terrifying. The hero could do nothing. So it makes sense that they would fear her because of that. And that's why she had to leave the village and live on her own in the Witchwoods. And here we see this is where the evil demon overlord is sealed. And has been working quite hard to release himself. And oh no, she has a brainwashed girl here who has enslaved her for eternity. Shame. So if you want to get out, you can just fly back out onto the rock. So that is where the evil sucrose is sealed, and that's actually Sugar's father. He, because he did some evil things, he unfortunately became a monster. He was trying to save his wife, but in order to do that, he had to use some very dark magic, and he lost his humanity as a price for it, and that is why he ended up that way. And when he was obviously a deity, and when angels are fallen, then that's what they become demons. And basically, that's when he started coming here, and he had to get sacrifices in order to do his dark magic and all that. And this is the Empress. She just wants peace. Peace for her people. So when Sucrose used that evil magic to do some good, unfortunately he lost his humanity. And that's why he's locked up and sealed where he is. And Sugar is now searching for a family, and she leads on her father, Sucrose, that he came from Halo. And that's why she came this way, because Halo is somewhere nearby, as the Dryad Queen said. That was the Dryad Queen. So now I have to just go and find. This is where this area leads up to a memorial tomb for Sucrose. Although he didn't technically die, in a sense he did, because he lost his humanity. The once great Sucrose before becoming a demon. So that's just a memorial for him. And this basically takes you up into what is called the God Path, because it takes you to the world of gods, where what's called Halo, like a heaven. And here's that view I was talking about. Can see the waterfall from there that I tried to create. I wish they had better waterfalls, but that looks pretty decent. And I just love the river, how it bends through everything in the castle. I'm pretty proud of how great that looks. So now I'm going to be creating part 2 of this story. The door ahead leads to Halo, and Halo is where the Divine Mother, who is actually Sugar's mother as well, and Sucrose used to be the king and queen of Halo. And this is in Sugar. She's thanking you for helping her find a mother, and her mother also thanks for helping her find a way home back to her family. So that's Sugar, and this is the Divine Mother. She's still queen of Halo, so she's gonna be in part 2, and Sugar is actually now a princess, so she's gonna be in part 2 as well. And this character that I've got now is gonna be Sugar's brother, who is a prince, in part 2. And this story here is what leads to Halo. And then this is gonna basically be where part 2 starts.